Hi guys, it's Sherry. Today we are going to be working with our wood blanks. So what I did was I just took my regular teardrop wood blank and I did one coat of acrylic white paint over this. You don't need to do a lot because the white paint, if you have the right paint, it'll work well. So the one that I actually used was this one. It's the Hippie Crafter, and it really does do a beautiful job with just one coat. You can do more if you want, but I thought it did a great job with the coverage already. So I also ended up purchasing this a while back. I just went through a bunch of my scrap bins, and I'm pulling things out and trying to see what I have. And I have this piece of material. I know I got this from Amazon. I'll link everything for you guys once I figure out where exactly I got stuff. And then this particular piece is from an old necklace. So you can see I just pulled it off. I didn't like the necklace. It was given to me as a gift, but I loved the flowers. So I want to add these particular flowers to my piece. So if you ever have old jewelry, don't throw it away. Just remember, you can take it apart and then do mixed media pieces, and they come out beautiful. So I'm going to do the back first. So you're going to have a front and back, so choose what side. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. And the reason I'm going to do the back first is because it is going to dry quicker than the front. The front gave me a lot of... I already did one, and it took a long time for it to dry because I have to put it on fairly thick. So I'm just going to get my blue paint here, and let me just put a little bit, because you really honestly don't need a lot, and put that right there. And I wanted to make sure I had a paint that matched my flower. So that's kind of why I went with this particular one. Oh, I'm sorry. And I do need a little bit of my silver. I wanted to add just a little bit and do like a dry brush. So dry brush is basically taking a dry brush, putting a little bit of paint on it, and then just going over it. And it just gives you the littlest bit on there. You don't need a lot. It just gives it that extra little thing. And there we go. And then I'm going to take my blue paint, and I'm just going to do a simple little vine design. And you don't have to paint the back. I just chose to, just to give it something a little bit extra. And nothing is right or wrong on this. You could do just little flowers if you want. You could leave it plain. Really just have fun with your pieces. I always try to just come up with ideas that are a little bit different and unique. And this is the back, so only certain people are going to see it. There we go. Simple, easy, done. And now I'm going to blow on that because this stuff dries super fast. Okay. Let me just clean this up real quick. Gotta run this under water, but I don't want that paint drying on my brush, and I don't have my water with me. All right, so that's basically dry. Got a little tiny bit, but that's okay. What I'm going to do next is take my Mod Podge, and I'm going to put a nice coat over it. And I'm making sure I get all the way to my edge. So I have a nice little coat on that. Oops. And then I'm just going to cut off what I need to use. So I'm going to say about... Okay. take your material and set it down. Oops. I'm going to line this up a certain way. There we go, right there. You could really put it any way you want, but I'm just going to line it up so I don't have to puncture anything and my hole is still showing. And then you're going to take your Mod Podge again and you are going to saturate this. And I mean saturate it, because you want to make sure that this does not move. We are going to do one. We're going to do this particular piece with no UV resin. If you're using the UV resin, then you don't have to go thick. But I have a lot of people asking me to make more wood earrings without the resin. So that is what I am going to do. I'm going to try to fulfill some of these requests. So once you saturate this, let this sit for a few hours. This way, you know your glue and Mod Podge are completely sealed and you will not lose this piece off of here. So just saturate it real well and then let it set for 2 to 3 hours. It's been a few hours and you can see my stuff is on here really well. So what I'm going to do next is just get a pair of scissors and cut as close to the edge as I possibly can. And this part here, because I went over a little bit, is nice and tough. So it'll be easier to cut without any fraying. There you go. And then look how beautiful that is. So simple, easy, but you really want to make sure you have a lot of Mod Podge on there. Otherwise, all those edges will kind of pop up and you got to make sure you let it dry long enough. So we have our back done. And now what I want to do next is take my paint, my blue paint, right here. And nope, runaway bead. Get over there. Okay. And I'm just going to put a tiny bit. Whoops, that is way too much. I'll put that back in there. And I am actually going to take a little bit of this blue and do my edges. Normally I would use like a marker or something like that, but because I want to make sure that my blue matches, I'm just going to use my paint. And I'm going to put it on pretty thick, so I only have to go over it once. And make sure you give that plenty of time to dry. But before we do that, I'm going to actually hang this up a little bit. But before I do that, I'm actually going to get what's called No More Nails. I love this stuff. It works fabulous. And I'm going to take my bead, put a little blotch on there. You do not need a ton of this. And then just take it and place it right on there. And look how pretty that is. Is that not beautiful? I love this. So now that No More Nails takes about, they say 24 hours to completely dry. But you can see it stays on fairly quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take my ball tool here and I'm just going to hang it up just like that. Oops. Till the sides are completely dry and my flower dries. Make sure everything's in position exactly how I want it. And then I'm going to hang it up. And this is the finished piece here on the other one. You can see how pretty that is. So lastly, the only thing you need to do is put your findings on. I'm going to grab a jump ring. Oops. I only need 2 of them. And then let's get 2 of our hooks. One of the things I like to do when I'm using these particular hooks is take the edge here and just turn it very carefully. Don't go too fast because you will snap it. And then that way I don't have to add 2 jump rings. I just need 1. I'll get this, place that on, place my jump ring, or not my jump ring, my finding on or hook, and then reclose it. And I always want to do like a little twist to make sure that it lines up properly. And then there you go. There is your earring. Is that not beautiful? Simple, easy. It does take a while to let everything dry, but if you did 20 of these at one time, that's worth the little wait of waiting for glue to dry. Absolutely stunning pair of earrings. I love being able to take pieces that I don't use anymore and turn them into something that I will. I hope that I was able to help you come up with something new, or maybe play around with some jewelry that you have laying around the house that you don't wear anymore and turn it into something beautiful. If you enjoyed this video, thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye.